you the thrill. Sport today, we keep it real. Scores and news from the English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, France League 1, Germany Bundesliga, Italia Serie A, Nigeria Premier Football League, Formula 1, basketball, tennis, boxing, all day long. Tune in now where sports belong. On your super dial, every play, every win makes you smile. Join us live, don't miss a beat. For the love of sports, our passion's complete. Sport Today, your sport headquarters, where action speaks louder, just for you. An honor, 103.5 FM. We're in the zone for sports fans everywhere. Welcome home.
Rugby finally underway at this Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations from Egypt. Couldn't keep his header down. Another header at the other end. Nothing. And then the midfielder won the ball, decided to have a go. But again, Zuegi, Daniel Mamiei, and waiting patiently was Oniraka Okoro. And striding through Awal Ibrahim. His first touch opened up the opportunity. And then he finished with confidence. Great movement from Kaparobo Arieri, though, the number 9, pulling out to drag Ryan Bukadida with him. And there is the halftime whistle. Went off late in a 2-1 victory over the Gambia that he couldn't keep down. Is there an opportunity for an early hit back for Tunisia? Know that they're just one behind and they've got a big chance here if the flag stays down. Well, somehow Dubat down the line, and it's come back for the left back. But it's a great reverse ball. And it is all over.
Alright, good starter for the Nigerian Flying Eagles at the Under-20 AFCON going down in Egypt. Yesterday, they opened their campaign against Tunisia, and of course, they won the game by a lone goal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Friday edition of Sport Today on 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from Bodija. Here in the Brown Room City of Ibadan. Thank God it's Friday. Of course, we have a whole lot of story to dissect on the show this afternoon, ranging from basketball to tennis and Formula 1, because this weekend we are open for another Grand Prix, talking about the Miami Grand Prix. I will look into that on the show this afternoon. Don't forget the world of NBA. 2 games went down in early hours of today. I will look into the drama that happened right there in the world of basketball. Don't forget football yesterday, both from the Europa League and from the Conference League for Chelsea. They won their game away from home. Surprisingly, Man U won away from home 3-0. I will look into the Tottenham Hotspur's game yesterday, winning their game in the brave fashion. The Nigerian Premier Football League, we have the latest news coming from the MPFL. Don't forget that later this weekend, it's going to be a big one at the President's FA Cup. These are many more stories that will be coming your way this lovely Super Friday afternoon. My name is Ayomikun Adeniyi. Of course, you can simply call me Purity. And of course, I'm back like I never left. I have Samuel Akin today on the show this afternoon. City Boy, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the Drive, Friday edition of Sport Today.
Yeah, of course, thank God it's Friday. Good afternoon to you, Ayomikun. Good afternoon to our esteemed listener. It's always a pleasure to be in the studio to talk sports. And of course, we have a lot to discuss, just like you mentioned in your introduction. I mean, we need to talk about the performance of the Flying Eagles yesterday. Though they started their campaign on a very good note, getting 3 points, but I was not impressed with that performance.
Performance.
Yeah, of course, it was not a, it was not a convincing performance. But we still need to, cut them some slacks, because that was their first game of the tournament. We know that a lot still needs to be done. They of course, we have enough time to actually, try to re-strategize and improve their performance. They got what they needed in the first match of the tournament. Every team always want to get a win in the first game of the tournament, which is very important. Yes, I mean, and that's the only, the only excuse that they can give, that okay, maybe the performance level was not really convincing, but we know that they can still improve. Up next for them is against Morocco on the 4th. and Morocco scored 3-2, 3 goals against Kenya yesterday, defeated Kenya 3-2. So it shows that they are high scoring team. They can score goal for fun. They play attacking football. They like to keep possession. They like to press and all of that. But I think Nigeria can just try to improve with the way they set up. I watched that game yesterday. I wasn't really convinced with their performance. They nearly even got an equalizer, late equalizer, and a good one for the CAF TV. I mean, to stream that that game. They are streaming the tournament on their official page. I give credit to them. That is very, very laudable, developments. But for Nigeria, I mean, we appreciate and we like the fact that they got the 3 points. We need to appreciate the guys for that. But a lot still needs to be done if they really want to go as far as getting to the semi-final of this tournament, because they have tickets. Because the mandate is to get to the semi-final and then secure the World Cup tickets at the World Cup that we play in Chile. If they can do that, I mean, it's definitely going to be a good tournament for them. But with what they played yesterday, if they continue to play like that, I don't think they can make it to the semi-final. But like I said, it's still early to criticize them. We can only just pinpoint some areas of development where they can improve. The area they need to improve in their midfield. There are so many misplaced passes yesterday, even in the attack, no urgency. But kudos to their defensive line. That's the only.
The likes of Daniel Bamai, the captain of the side,
and even the goalkeeper was very solid. I mean, he made some crucial saves. He made some crucial saves yesterday. So that was the only positives to take away from that game. But going forward, their midfield department, attacking department, they need to improve, especially in that midfield, because they were not technical on yesterday.
All right, good one coming from City Boy. Guys, you can join the conversation live on Facebook at our Facebook fan page on 103.5 FM. Join the conversation. How was yesterday in the world of sports? Yes, in the Europa League, we saw 2 games that went down yesterday. Atletico Bilbao losing at home to United 3-0, and for Tottenham Hotspur against Bodo Glimt, they won their game by 3-1. Real Betis against Fiorentina, another game we saw at the UEFA Conference League. Real Betis won the game by 3-1, and Chelsea winning away from home. Of course, they are on their road to the finals. Let's start from the Europa League yesterday. Bilbao losing at home to United 3-0. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, even me, I didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. I was saying it here that it was going to be very difficult for United because of the antecedents against Spanish sides and because of the current form and the setup of Athletic Bilbao. They've been unbeaten. As a matter of fact, they've won all their own matches in the Europa League this season before yesterday. So based on that fact, on those facts rather, I was saying that it was going to be difficult. But in football, anything can happen, and that's what just happened.
Yesterday, something happened. We never saw that coming. 3-0 away from home.
Yeah, we are
a very solid Bilbao side, technically sound when it comes to defensive. And yesterday they conceded 3 goals.
Unbelievable, honestly. United scoring 3 goals in the first half. I mean, it was quite unbelievable for me and for every United fan. But it is what it is. They showed intention. They showed the desire that they wanted that game. That of course that night was very, very important for them. That game was very, very crucial for them. I wasn't expecting that performance. Every player played very well. Although Athletic Bilbao started very lively. They created a couple of chances before they considered the first goal. But I would say that the red card actually changed the game. That red card, that Vivian that was sent off.
Even before the red card, United scored first.
Then they considered the penalty. And then the penalty, the incident of the penalty resulted to the play, the Vivian, the defender being sent off. So I would say that if the red card incident was not there yesterday, maybe they could have tried to at least fight back and maybe get a goal or something. But I would still say that United played very well yesterday. It was a very, very overwhelming performance. I mean, I cannot even remember the last time they played very well in the first half of the game, scoring 3 goals. Even Oiland that we've been complaining about. I mean, he nearly scored a goal. He actually won the penalty. If not for the fact that he was being fouled, he would have actually scored the goal. So for me, it was a very good performance, and it shows that they know the importance of winning Europa. And we are heading for an all-English Europa final. All-English final. Tottenham also won yesterday, 3-1. So it's almost like it is job. It's almost like it is job done for the English club. Manchester United They are 1 foot already in the final. Even Tottenham Hotspur, they will travel to to Norway to take on the Bodo Glimt next week. A draw is okay. They can even win that game, and even if they lose, they can still qualify if they don't lose. With 2 goals
or 3 goals,
or 3 goals margin. So it's a very very good performance for all the English clubs. Yesterday, even Chelsea expectedly walk in the park for them in Sweden. They will now come back to Stamford Bridge to take on Liverpool, and they've secured the job yesterday. There's nothing to play for again in Stamford Bridge. They will definitely their focus will now be in the Premier League.
To secure the fifth place. Yesterday we saw Nottingham Forest losing to Brentford.
So it's open for them. The race is open. The race for top 5 is open, and they have a very huge task on this Sunday against Liverpool. The crowned champions already. So maybe Liverpool will not be going. With they can feel relaxed now.
The current champion, they're working to the feed with the vibe of the champion.
They've won it already. They've won. There's nothing to play for them. So if they lose on Sunday, nobody will criticize them. So Chelsea can see that game and
take that chance.
Yeah, it's important and it's crucial for Chelsea. Chelsea need it more than Liverpool.
All right, so let's listen to Ruben Amorim immediately after that brilliant performance yesterday in Spain. And of course, he have a lot to talk about after that game.
Think about the second leg, and they have to think more about the first 20 minutes than the rest of the game, because the game is going to be really tough. There is no goals away, so anything can change, and that is my message to the players. And we have to think about now for Brentford and then for the second leg.
Rob? I appreciate that you've got to be quite cautious because it's the second game at Old Trafford, but is that the best performance, best result of your time in charge here?
No, I think it's the best result because nobody expect this result. But again, I think you saw 2 games today. The first 25 minutes and then after the goal, and also with the sent-off, the game changed. That was a good thing. Also a good thing in the second half, we tried to be cautious. We create chances, but the most important thing is that the opponent didn't get many shots to our goal, and that was really important.
Very important. I mean, Ruben Amorim.
That was an honest, post-match reaction from Ruben Amorim. Also acknowledge the fact that the red card changed the game yesterday, because it will have been different. It will have been a different, contest if that red card incident did not happen. But good one for Manchester United. They took their chances. I will still blame them because I expected them to actually score more. I mean, in the second half, they played. Athletic Bilbao played with a man down throughout the game. In the second half, United could have actually scored maybe 1 or 2, keyed the game off in Bilbao, and that's what he said, that the second leg is still not over yet. The tie is still not decided yet. I mean, United considered 2 goals against
I don't see Bilbao coming to Trafford to score 3 or 4 goals.
Just like you did not see United going to Sam Amesh to score 3 goals yesterday.
Definitely.
Anything can happen. That's what he said.
Football.
But
all right, let's talk about the English side now. We saw Chelsea winning their game yesterday. Tottenham won their game. Also, United on the path to the final. And of course, for us now, they still have a lot to play for in the second leg.
You see,
checking through the English performance, how will you describe it?
It's been a fantastic season for English clubs in Europe this season. And for the very first time in history, I don't think it has ever happened before that clubs from one league will dominate the European scene. Like, the English club will win Conference League, will win Europa and Champions League. But Arsenal now, they have a lot of work to do if they want to qualify for final. Manchester United and Tottenham, it seems they are already in the Europa League final. And if it happens, it means one English club will definitely win Europa. If Chelsea qualifies to the Conference League, they have, high rating of actually winning the Conference League because of what they've done in the Conference League this year, and because of who they are because of the caliber of that team. But for Arsenal, we cannot say the same thing because they lost at home to PSG. They are going away from home. It's going to be a huge task for them. But it could have been a very good success story for English clubs if they can dominate the European scene. But be it as it may, I think definitely Europa League is coming to England. I'm saying it like that. It's very, very sure. Between United and Tottenham, both teams, they know that they needed to play in the UEFA Champions despite their poor season in the league. So they know the importance of this trophy. And that's why you see them going all out. United is the only club in Europe that are still unbeaten.
Unbeaten. I mean,
After
that's a
13
good
games,
record for them.
that's a
Good
very
record.
it's unbelievable. United struggling in the Premier League, but then dominating the European, the Europa League. After 13 games, they are still unbeaten. Ruben Amorim is still unbeaten in Europe. He played 4 games with Sporting before leaving Sporting.
And he
won
came
3,
to United
he won
also.
3, he
Still
drew 1,
unbeaten
still
this
unbeaten.
season.
So
that's a very good record for
and
Ruben.
for Chelsea as well.
They only lost
you
one
call them the bigger boys because of course in Conference League maybe the only challenge they will face is in the final.
Maybe Real Betis or Fiorentina
against Anthony School. It's going to give them tough time, but I still see them as a big team. They will still definitely get past either Real Betis or Fiorentina.
All right, away from the European scene now, let's come straight to Africa and talk about the Flying Eagles. Yesterday, they opened their campaign against Tunisia. They won the game by a long goal. Ibrahim getting the only goal for the Flying Eagles side yesterday. What a good start for the 7 times African champion.
Yeah, what a good start. Like I said, we cannot shy away from the fact that winning the first game of the tournament is always very important. To set a good roadmap for how you want to progress in the tournament, and to also send a signal to the opponent that you are not here for play, you are here for real business. So it's good that they won their game. 3 points in the bag. Like I said, what needs to be done now is to go back and watch that game, to identify where they got it wrong, where they were very, very poor tactically, technically. Let the manager look at the flaws yesterday, identify the flaws, and also draw.
Because we have good teams in this AFCON. We saw Morocco yesterday scoring.
That's what I'm saying. They scored 3 goals.
We saw even the host. They
even
lost
Egypt.
gallantly in their second game.
You have Syria Leone. Scoring Syria Leone.
Nobody saw Syria Leone doing the magic, scoring 4 goals against the host.
So it is not in this kind of tournament. It's
not about the name.
It's not about the name of the nation. It's not about Nigeria is bigger than this on paper because we are a great footballing nation and all of that. This is not the senior national team. This is not Super Eagles that we know that we watch them play every time. This is like an age group tournament, under 20. Most of these guys have not played together for a long time, so they are just bringing them together to play in the tournament. So it's going to take time to identify, the team that is very, very good. But based on their performance, we can see that the likes of Syria Leone are very, very good. Morocco scoring 3 goals. Honestly, they are good. Even Kenya scoring 2 goals against Morocco. These teams are playing attacking football, and if you want to win games, you need to score goals. I acknowledge the fact that Flying Eagles, they are very good at the back. They are resolute.
Very solid at the back.
Their defense is very, very good.
Let's see, seeing them playing against Morocco,
that will definitely tell us if they are ready. It's going to be a real challenge. If they are ready to actually go far in this tournament, I want to see that performance against Morocco. If they can survive Morocco, then they can survive any team in this tournament.
All right, action will continue later today in Egypt because Senegal will be playing action against Central African Republic. DR Congo will be playing against Ghana later today. Don't forget that Kenya lost to Morocco just yesterday. Let's take stories from the President FA Cup. Games will be going down this weekend. It's going to be a big one. Wiki is playing against Ikorodu City. And of course, for Aqua United, we're playing against Kwara United right there in Enugu. Plateau United playing against Rangers International in Abuja. And of course, Abakaliki FC will be in Benin City to play against Nasarawa United. 4 games to go down this weekend.
Yeah, 4 games to go down, but I think the biggest game will be Plateau Rangers. Because of the fact that they are both MPFS side, and Rangers have been very, very bad. They can of course, it's not looking good for them on the table, talking about the MPFL. So the only opportunity for the last season champions of the MPFL to go on the continent, to go play on the continent next season, is to win the FA Cup. So you could see that they would definitely want to win this game. But Plateau United stand on their way because Plateau United also a very good side. As a matter of fact, they defeated Rangers at the Cathedral this season. So it's going to be very difficult for Rangers. It's going to be a 50-50 tie. I'm expecting a very good game, and it's going to be playing in Abuja. So I'm expecting the fans to actually watch that game. Abuja also have this culture of watching football. They have a very good culture of fans going to the stadium to watch football. So this game is going to be very, very interesting between Rangers. I think the people, flying antelopes, they are not really
flying again.
Flying in the league.
I mean,
so maybe they can fly.
this can just be their chance of getting to the continent.
But it's still going to be difficult,
Very
for,
difficult
them
for them
because you have Ikorodu City
Ikorodu
also.
City.
Wiki Tourist. I don't see Wiki Tourist stopping Ikorodu City.
Let's see what Wiki Tourist of Bauchi will do against Ikorodu City. High flying, we can just say Ikorodu City are currently in form of their
And you
life.
know they are also eyeing continent because
whether you like it or not, they are fighting for a place.
Even via the league table, it's still possible for them. I think they are fourth behind Abia Warriors.
Yes.
So if it's not going to be possible for them to pick a ticket via the MPFL table, why not fancy their chances of picking it via the the President Federation Cup? So let's just wait and see. But I know that it's going to be interesting matches today because I mean. Wiki Tourist also on their way to this quarterfinal. It's also a very good one for them. They had a very good run. So let's just wait and see. I think Kwara United are also playing. Yeah. So we will also they are another MPFS side. So let's just wait and see how it goes. But I think the big game will be between Plateau and Rangers International.
All right, but before we delve into the world of Formula One, let's take stories from the Facebook. We have Ayomikun Adeniyi saying well done from Lalate, and we have Jolasho Ariyo Erin saying good afternoon. Thank you guys for joining this conversation this afternoon. Let's go straight to Formula One and talk about the Miami Grand Prix that will be going down this weekend. Remember that this Grand Prix started in the year 2022, which was won by Max Verstappen and his Red Bull team. Also in the year 2023, the Wonder Particular Edition 2024 was won by McLaren, talking about Lando Norris. So this weekend is another party that will be going down in Miami.
Of course, we cannot wait to see. It's been a very, very fantastic ride in the world of Formula One this season. I mean, we've seen so many, unthinkables, and then so many fantastic races between all the drivers, especially from the McLaren guys. Talking about Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri is now leading the driver standing, and you look at the team standing as well. McLaren dominating, so it's been a very good dominance from McLaren. I mean, they are on the verge of retaining their championship, but it's still very early to predict.
Yeah.
But it's just the consistency in McLaren is just very, very, it's second to none.
They won the last edition.
They won the last, even this season. I'm talking about their consistency this season. They've been dominating
this season.
Oscar Piastri has won 3 Grand Prix this season. Lando Norris has won 1. Max Verstappen won. So I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, they've been dominating. So, but I think Verstappen also. Maybe Red Bull can do something. Maybe Verstappen can try as much as possible to win Miami.
Right.
He's always very good in Miami. Let's see. Maybe
I mean, he won the first 2 editions, so probably he can just bank on that.
Maybe he can bank on his record in Miami, but with the form of Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, I think
McLaren at large,
definitely. Even if they don't win it, they will make it to the podium finish. That's just, I'm very, very certain about that. And I want to see, the likes of Charles Leclerc or Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton. Of course, it's been very, very poor. Maybe they can. They have a lot of catch up to do, but let's just wait and see how it's going to be. Even in the world of table tennis as well. I mean, long tennis rather. It's been very, very interesting. Madrid Open. Jack Draper now, he has qualified for the semi-final of the ongoing Madrid Open.
And from the female category, we saw Coco Gauff also playing against Iga Swiatek, winning that particular game 6-1.
That's
6-1.
crazy.
So,
honestly, Coco Gauff beating Iga Swiatek. What number? I mean, I didn't see that coming. But Coco Gauff is good on the clay. Maybe because Madrid Open is on clay. So Coco Gauff, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Beating Iga Swiatek,
and that is a big win. 6-1.
That's a flawless win. Ruthless win as well. Iga Swiatek, unbelievable. That was a very good win for Coco Gauff. I mean, interesting story from the world of
always interesting. In the world of NBA, also 2 games won down this morning. LA Clippers, they were in action against them and not yet. They won the game 111-105 to secure another final this Saturday. It's going to be a big one for this side 3-3 series now.
Yeah, Ayomiko, very quickly. It's going to be very interesting. Madrid Madrid Open final, Kukugo versus Ariana
Sabalenka this weekend.
So
massive final.
let's see what Kukugo will do.
Interesting weekend ahead.
And then you have to stand. You have to play against Sabalenka. That's a very tough one. It's going to be very tough for Kukugo.
So this weekend is going to be action packed. From basketball to Formula One
to tennis,
and also to football. Even in football, action will resume in the Premier League. Also, just this weekend we have quite a number of games that will be going down. City will be in action today against Wolves, and for Everton, they will be in action against struggling Ipswich Town. Arsenal will be playing against Bournemouth.
Ipswich Town. No, they are not struck, they are relegated.
I mean, they are gone already. On Sunday, it's going to be Chelsea up against Liverpool.
The champions.
And on Monday, Monday night football.
Chelsea apparently will be, giving Liverpool guard of honor.
Definitely. I mean, that's a payback.
They must do that.
I remember when Chelsea also won the league, Liverpool did that for them. So it's a payback, and you must do that. PSG will be in action in the French Ligue 1. In the Spanish La Liga, also quite a number of games will be going down. Real Madrid will be playing on Sunday against Celta Vigo, and for Barcelona, they'll be in action later tomorrow against Real Valladolid. So,
Italian
Serie A, big games will be going down in Serie A. Let's not forget. Yes, Roma will be playing against Fiorentina. And of course, for the title contenders, it's going to be a big party right there.
It's going to be very, very huge. I want to see that because I think the only title race that is eating up, that is still very, very interesting to talk about and even to see how it's going to
be
end.
Playing at home, Napoli will be playing away from
home. Maybe Napoli will draw points. Inter Milan will be hoping that they will open for that, for Napoli to draw points. But I don't see this.
But
Napoli
then Inter Milan have a
very,
very
crucial game to play
on
Tuesday. So now it's not even in their favor any longer. Napoli have the advantage now. They are playing away from home. It's a winnable game for them. They are not in the Champions League. They are only focusing on the league, and they are leading with 3 points.
Yeah.
For Real Madrid, where
let's see what happens.
I think the determinants of the league, who wins the league, will be decided by the last El Clasico of the season. But I still don't see Real Madrid winning that one.
All right, let's see what will happen, guys. We need to say our BY here on the show right about now. But then we're back again on Sunday night. It's going to be a big party here at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Nigerian time.
Yeah, it's going to be an exclusive conversation as always. We cannot wait because, of course, we have so many interesting talking points on that day. So hopefully our studio manager also for this afternoon, Emmanuel, will also join us.
We call him Pile. United.
Yeah, GGMU. He was very happy yesterday.
You're just smiling. Up United.
Now imagine United winning Europa.
Come on.
It's going to be a huge party.
It's going to be a party. I trust Emmanuel.
May 21st.
Come on, do we need to go now? So guys, we're back again. My name is Ayomikun Adeniyi.
And I'm Samuel Akitune.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Set of trouble. We're out of the studio.